It'll also have any related fees you paid to other supply chain pieces of that puzzle. And then you can do a landed cost voucher that brings that all together and applies it either, by the unit or by the weight or by the whatever to spread those things that apply to a bunch of orders or items at one time. And I feel like I'm not doing a great job of explaining what a landed cost voucher is, but it's not really related to this process. So we'll save that for another time. Finally, there are other things that apply to profits. That includes, the Amazon commissions and fees. That includes, whatever relevant shipping you may have responsibility for to get that order from the point of sale, warehousing, what have you, to the final customer. And really, it incorporates whatever marketing costs you have. And this is a very important thing to try to have a total picture of. Finally, when you start thinking about ShipStation, Shopify, we also have settlement reports for Shopify because they're different than Amazon. But once again, it reconciles down to the penny, and the payment receipt you get from Shopify is clear, and it's line item broken down, and whatever exceptions exist will be shown for you to reconcile yourself later. But most, 90+% of it, 99% really, plus is automated. And then if you have other, let's say, channels, WooCommerce or Magento or whatever, those, if they go in through ShipStation, there's automatic integration with those, kind of unlimited. Whatever integrates with ShipStation is automatically integrated with Parsimony, down to individual sales orders, pick list, etc. And then other direct APIs that we have in discussion, particularly with clients who have these eminent needs, include things like Etsy or Wayfair, even Overstock and Walmart and so on. And our objective is not just to bring in the data, it's to make it so the data is fully reconciled to the financial statements. So that if you went to an auditor and you said, here's my financial statements, they would go, yeah, this is everything. This is 100% comprehensive from beginning to end. That's what you want, right? You don't want to have to guess. You don't want to have to think about, well, here's the batches that I got from Amazon. I assume they're doing it right. Don't make any assumption like that. Get it right. Make sure you understand it, because one of our old sayings is, you can't manage what you can't measure, right? And let that one sink in. You can't manage what you can't measure. So you may as well try to measure every piece of the puzzle so that at the end of the day, you've got very good potential to manage each and every one of those process parts of your business. These are critical concepts to consider. And I think that's the bulk of the order to cash discussion here today. So I'm not going to bore you guys with any more of these details. Again, I want to encourage the audio listeners. You now have the philosophy of the, kind of process discussion of taking orders from, the inception of that order, the creation of that order, all the way through to the reconciliation on the financial statements of that order, at least from a process perspective from myself and Parsimony. But I want you, especially if this catches your interest, and it should, but if you have the bandwidth right now to process this, then get on there, either awesomers.com, you can find this current episode, or onto the YouTubes, or over to empowery.com or what have you, and try to find the video, because seeing how all of those lines kind of make the process turn into a flow chart, if you will, I think is helpful for people to understand.